Welcome back to Red Business in Focus with thanks to Cork's local enterprise offices, where we're meeting the entrepreneurs behind Cork's ambitious new businesses every single week. And this week, we're joined by Kieran Coffey of MyGug, an environmentally safe product that solves all of our food waste problems. MyGug is an anaerobic digester that converts your food waste into usable biogas and a liquid bio-fertiliser. Really looking forward to hearing how you can turn what you throw into the bin into a valuable resource. Kieran, you're very welcome. Thanks so much for coming in. And thank you for bringing the largest prop we have ever had on set, this wonderful green egg, which we're going to get to in a minute. But as always, we're going to kick off by giving you 30 seconds to tell us a little bit about the business.
Well, did you know that you can turn your food waste into a renewable energy source? Would you like a solution to turn your food waste into a renewable energy source? Well, you can with MyGug. And MyGug is a micro-scale anaerobic digester suitable for turning food waste into a liquid biofertiliser and biogas that can be used as a fuel for cooking. So MyGug, this is actually the smallest MyGug, and there's 5 in our range, and we've got ones. This one is for domestic house. And we've got other units that are suitable for commercial users, so from schools and colleges, cafes and restaurants. They can all take their food waste and put it into our unit and turn it into biogas. And then another important byproduct is the liquid biofertiliser, which the product of that, then you can grow more food.
Anaerobic digestion takes time, so you're allowed to go over the 30 seconds. I give you that much, right? But so really what you're looking for is the stuff that currently either, if you have a brown bin, people are familiar with the brown bin, it's the stuff that goes into the brown bin, except you don't put it into the brown bin, you keep it on site, and then something comes out that you can spread in your roses. Exactly.
Well, not only that, but you get a biogas, an energy source from it as well. So you put it into our unit, and our unit turns it into biogas. And then you feed that biogas into your cooker, and you can use that for cooking. And then the other item that comes out of it is a liquid biofertiliser that can be used locally to grow more food.
And how much biogas would you get out of a unit, say the size of this in a domestic setting? Like, would you be able to grill your rashers?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Like our kids grill the rashers all the time. Like we've got, this one here will produce about 1 to 2 hours of cooking time a day. So, you know, generally it can replace maybe 80% of your cooking gas needs.
Okay, that's really impressive. Yeah. Now, I mean, I'm still stuck on the Mark and Mindy element here, that I'm expecting an alien to pop out of this. And you're of a similar vintage to me that you might remember Mark and Mindy. Yes. How did you come up with this particular idea? What's your background?
Well, my background is engineering and designing for wastewater treatment plants for many number of years. And I've always been interested in a solution for food waste, and anaerobic digestion is quite a common way of getting rid of waste in China. So believe it or not, there's about 30 million digesters in China where, you know, communities will take their organic waste, like food waste and animal manures and even human waste, and they'll put it into their digester. Usually they're large underground tanks, a bit like a septic tank, but they're dome shaped. And they then get a biogas from it they use for cooking, and they get a fertiliser then for growing more food locally. So it's a fully circular economy. And I couldn't understand, why isn't there something similar in Europe or the US or in the West? So a few years ago I set about designing something that is functional in a Western setting, but also that can look nice as well, something that isn't ugly.
It's fascinating that you've managed to marry that as well, because a lot of these things could be ugly. You're choosing that they're not going to be ugly. Doing this as a business, though, took a bit of a leap of faith, I suspect, did it?
It sure did, yeah. I suppose I've been in a full-time job most of my life, and I'm in my 50s now, so it's a leap of faith to, you know, it took a good number of years to sort of perfect the design, and I've been working with industry partners as well, perfecting electronics, and also the egg that you see here, it was manufactured up with a partner in Meath. So
and that's why it's green.
I've got red ones too.
But you obviously you got a little bit of support along the way.
And Leo have been a great help and really essential on our path now and growing. So they've aided us to really make that leap, and we've had our first sales in the UK earlier on this year, and only this week we got a sale in Berlin. So we'll have a MyGug heading to Berlin shortly.
Great. So you're exporting already.
Yeah,
and
we're exporting.
I'm presuming as people become more used to the green way of doing things, that this is the kind of thing that they'll have out in their back garden.
Yeah, like if you look at solar panels, they were really, back in the early 2000s, hardly anyone had solar panels, and now you see them on lots of houses, and lots of people are interested in being self-reliant in energy, and this is just another step in that journey. So it will allow people to get rid of a waste and create a renewable energy, and also create food, create that microcircular economy locally as well.
So the best way of getting your hands on one of these, if you're interested, is to go to the website. So what's the website address?
The website address is www.mygug.eu.
MyGug.eu.
Yeah,
well, I wish you the very best luck.
Yeah.
It's a brilliant idea.
And actually, the Leo have helped us as well, and we're launching a new website in the next couple of days as well.
Excellent. So everyone will get to see the new website.
Yes.
Very good. Looking forward to seeing that. Kieran, thanks so much. Kieran Coffey of MyGug.
Thanks very much.
Pleasure to have you in.
Thanks, Jonathan.
That's it for this week's episode of Red Business in Focus. Join us next week. We're going to be joined by Shan Horn, who is the founder of the Club for Female Founders. That's next time on Red Business in Focus, with thanks to Cork's local enterprise offices.